Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about my 4 best images that I've taken over 2020. Now, as everyone knows, 2020 has had a really challenging year for obvious reasons. But for myself, from my photography, I've felt that I've really grown over this year. I've felt that I've been able to concentrate a lot more on my photography in respect of being, when I'm out on the field, actually taking more detailed images and actually composing the images a lot better. So it is that time of year when you sort of reflect back at the year gone by, looking at what's been positive, what's been negative over the year. Now, obviously I'm not going to be getting into the whole situation that's been going on, but I think in just talking about my photography itself, I have really enjoyed myself over this year for that side of things. Going out and about has been a challenge, obviously, but when I have gone out, I've actually enjoyed it really, because it's just cherishing that opportunity to go out. Now, unfortunately, there's many plans that I had this time last year about obviously this year that's gone by. Particularly, I was looking forward to a trip to North Wales, which obviously didn't happen because of everything, and also meeting up with a lot more other photographers, particularly some other vloggers as well, which I did the back end of 2019 with Gary Norman over at Wyoming Brook, which was an amazing shoot, not only for the conditions that we had on that day, but actually sharing it with another photographer, but also someone that does the vlogging as well. Was one of my best trips out that I've had in my photography career as such. But I wanted to be able to do that this year, but obviously not had that opportunity. However, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen in the future. And yeah, really looking forward to the opportunities when things start to get back to that sort of normality as well. But throughout this year, I've taken 4 images that I really am pleased with. And not only the image themselves I felt have been a good quality, but the actual feeling that it creates and what I feel about that particular image. Because I think sometimes we photographers are very emotionally attached to our images, and I think that's a really good thing. Emotions is what drives you and motivates you, and if you haven't got an emotional connection with your images, then it's going to be hard to process them, hard to actually be able to publish them, and it's difficult. I mean, I've been out many times and obviously come away with average, if that, image. Some of them have been way less than average, but it's when you get those conditions and you're able to then capture that image, process it in the way that you really want, and sort of really then connect even deeper and even more with the image. That's what I really enjoy about. So the first image that I wanted to talk about is probably one of my most successful images of this year, which is the image taken at Southwold looking at the beach huts, where I converted it into black and white and then obviously processed it so the beach huts themselves had the colour pop come through. And yeah, I was absolutely blown away to have this image published in Practical Photography magazine, which sadly is obviously had to fold over this year. But yeah, I really do enjoy taking this image, and it's one image that I've seen many times on social media, on YouTube, but to be able to capture it myself, I've been really happy with. And yeah, I'm just super pleased with how it's sort of gone down within the photographic community. My next image that I've taken is of one of the boats over at Dungeness in Kent. back in the summer of this year. It was an amazing shoot to go there. Now this image I've processed a little bit more than the one that I posted in the vlog at the time, purely because this was the image that I submitted to the photography pubcast competition recently, where I removed the power station behind it because I just felt it was very unsightly. I mean, they never build these power stations with aesthetics in mind. It's practicality to the T, isn't it? So yeah. However, removing it from the this particular image has actually worked out really quite well. An interesting image, and I felt that the colours that I was able to capture in the side of this wreck, with the obviously lovely sunset that I had, worked out really quite well. I think sort of the detail and obviously the wood etc in the foreground, with then one of the pieces of wood highlighted with the setting sun pointing back towards the image, worked out really quite nice. And also very lucky with the actual cloud position as well. And honestly, until I actually processed the image, I didn't realise that the cloud was there, and that is the honest truth. However, yeah, I really do love this image. And also I think about, as I mentioned earlier, about connecting with your images. This one for me was a really one that I deeply connected with, and the reason being is I was there with a group of friends, a large group of friends, all social distanced, and we did a wild camp as well on the beach. There's the group of friends were there doing their fishing for the whole weekend for about 4 or 5 days. I went down for one night, obviously not done any fishing, and was obviously there just solely for the photography. But being there, obviously having a couple of beers with a few mates as well was really good banter, which is always great when you're out and about, isn't it? And yeah, for the photography as well to sort of play into it, the whole sort of 24 hours that I was there was worked out really well. Hard work as well, in respect that I obviously caught this finished sunset about sort of 10 o'clock at night, as it was obviously right at the mid of summer. Got about an hour or two sleep, up for an astro shoot, and then up for sunrise as well. So I think in total I had about sort of 4 hours maximum sleep over the night. So yeah, it's about that connection to the image, and I really do enjoy it, and it brings back the memories of that enjoyable trip out to Dungeness. My next image that I'm really pleased with that I've taken was in Cornwall over the summer again, when I was away on holiday, luckily for the 2 weeks. And it's an image of the panoramic that I took at the head of Boscastle Harbour. It's an amazing location to go and shoot, to have that sort of walk from Boscastle town up to the head where the obviously sea opens up, was absolutely fantastic. And to witness one of the best sunsets that I've ever seen was absolutely amazing. The sky lit up, it was absolutely stunning. I really do enjoy taking this panoramic image, because I feel that panoramic really did the whole vista justice. And also what I really do enjoy about this panoramic image is the detail that you're able to capture within a panoramic image. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head how many images this was in total stitched together, but even with a crop sensor camera that I shoot with, the detail is fantastic. I was able to zoom in to the opposite side of the mouth of the harbour here to actually see another photographer standing on the opposite side taking a picture, and you can see them leaning forward with their clearly their obviously camera on a tripod, which was absolutely fantastic, and I really did have a good smile to myself when I saw it and when I zoomed in to look at the detail on it. And it's absolutely amazing when you obviously get that level of detail and that level of information when you obviously stitch a panoramic together. But also with the combination of the sky and how that lit up was absolutely amazing. And again, about connecting with these images, that was one of those times that I actually brought my family along with me, and my daughter and my wife were able to watch and be witness to the same scene as I was, and that sort of real deeper connection with it, that I'm not the only one sharing or experiencing this. My family were sharing in the joy of this amazing natural spectacle. And yeah, again, that one will take a lot of beating for a sunset, and a real one that I'm really pleased that I've captured. So the last image that I've selected for my 2020 best images is this one of Dovercourt Lighthouse. Now, everyone within the local area knows where this lighthouse is, and to be frank, it's been photographed so many times. It's such a unique location to come to visit with this lighthouse. I was really pleased that I got to visit it over this year. Now, capturing this image, even though it looks as a mono image, it is in colour, because what I've been able to do is have a long exposure and create this real minimalistic image. And it's probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite image of this year. It's something that I wanted to create for some time, and when I made the journey back there, I was able to put those actions into creating this final image. I was really super pleased with it. I think the detail that I was able to capture on the lighthouse itself, and the fact that you've got then the minimal surroundings around it, that both the sea and the sky are just those sort of shades of white and grey, reflecting the sort of grey and white and black of the actual lighthouse itself, worked out really quite well. And this is an image that I'm really hoping that I'll be able to use a lot once my camera club restarts again, hopefully at some point next year, that I'm able to sort of use and enter into several competitions. So for those that are members of the camera club that are watching this already, then you'll know some of the images of mine when they come up in the club competitions. But it's all fun, and we all do it because we enjoy photography. And yeah, I really do enjoy this image. So apart from actually taking the images, what I've really enjoyed is the community that's built up on my YouTube channel, and also the community that I've built up on local Facebook groups as well. That's been a real driver and motivator for me over this year, and having support from others, encouragement, and also feedback about my work, both from the video aspect but also from the image aspect as well, has been really good, and I've really enjoyed myself over this year from that aspect. And I just really want to say thank you so much for everyone that's watched and subscribed to any of my videos, because and also commented as well, I must add, because I've really enjoyed everyone's support that I've had over this year. There's been a lot of challenge, obviously. There's been a lot of work that I've had to do outside of obviously photography with my job in the NHS, but photography for me has been my mental escape from the craziness that's been going on this year. It's been my outlet, and I think for anyone in this situation, that's what you really need. You need that ability to have some sort of mental output, because and release valve, because you need to be able to sort of decompress from a mental aspect from time to time. And luckily enough for me, I've found my sort of happy place, so to speak, with photography. And yeah, I am super pleased and super happy for everyone that's watched and commented and also subscribed as well. So thank you for that. So looking forward now to 2021, as I mentioned earlier, I'm really looking forward to the ability to meet up with other people once it's safe to do so, and hopefully sometime soon I will be able to do that. But please stay safe, enjoy yourselves over this festive period, and until some point soon, take care.